mate. You go. Nina can go on the caravan. I don't think she can do mining, but she can do gunning. She could do 2 on mining. Let me go find somebody else. Somebody that I prepared earlier. Nara can go on this, and Hung can... I thought you were in this. Yeah, you do mining. It wasn't truck, so sorry, who did I click on? It was Nina. Nina, you're no longer in the caravan. Get the fuck out of it. Cool. Alright, everybody else should be good to go. That's another thing too, is whenever you get somebody having a tantrum in the colony, in a caravan, fucking just shove them out of it. Grab the next person and just go. Obviously not everybody can do that in like regular sized colonies and shit, but it's just a fucking waste of time and everybody gets stressed out and then everybody ends up like having tantrums and shit. So, which reminds me, I need to check my animals for narcotics as well. If you're in Discord, you can see his art is really talented. Yeah, Vikin's a really fucking talented artist too. I love his paintings. There's one specific one that I'd love to have like put up somewhere or whatever. But like, yeah, I don't know. Obviously I'd like have to fucking ask him about that. But also I'd be like, I don't know. I don't really have a lot of space on my walls. I have space, I just don't like putting shit up. I'm one of those people that's like, I have walls, but I'm like, fucking don't use them. That's really like the weirdest like sentiment I've come about. I did put that block back, right? Yeah, no, I did at some point. I was just checking on that. What smells seeing? What's that wagging tarply? Smells wagging tarply. Yeah. No, I don't know. I was just thinking, I'm like, Viking and his art. And like, last you guys saw, I was drawing on fucking Wednesday and then bam, it's now Tuesday. I basically spent like 61 hours drawing all last week. So yeah, like I said, unfortunately, like my voice is kind of like capped from everything being sore, but apart from that, we're pretty much good. So tonight's mostly gonna just be like chilling out and waiting kind of for spring to pass through. Unless something attacks me. And also unless my caravan arrives up at the other Dryden. What are you guys doing? You guys all going out here to build. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. This was where we had the mech battle last week. We had like, I don't know, another pack of like 40 odd mechs and shit. So they were asleep. They had the defoliator thingy. And I was like, you know what I should do is I should build some turrets. So I built some turrets while they were asleep. That was an effort because every time I built one, this area expanded. And so I had to kind of like keep coming in here and cutting it off like this so that my people wouldn't get in and clean and wake them. So that was fun. It actually worked really, really well. We only lost one colonist. The only problem is I lost, I think, Viper, and I chose to reload with the option that I'm like, oh, well, I could do it better. Because I also beat the shit out of somebody else that was going for the drugs in my colony, but I beat up the wrong person. I beat up an innocent person because I couldn't see them through the swarm. And so I was like, no, I'll go back and I'll try it again just to see if I could come out of it better. Anyway, I lost a different person. I lost Jung. And turns out that Viper almost immediately afterwards had his fucking birthday and now he's got like fucking dementia and all sorts of shit wrong with him. So I'm like, I could have just lost Viper and it would have been fine. But no, we lost Jung because Jung had like the lesser stats. I think he may have been a cook. And I kept Viper instead. And Viper's like, he's not useless, but dementia is not going to help me with him. Like, I'm having a look around. It's nighttime, so he should have gone back to bed or be on his way to bed. But I'll probably find him faster if I have a look at this. Come on. Where you at, Viper? Also, how's your cold doing, Jelly? How you doing with that? Viper, mate. What do? You do animals and intellectual stuff, so yeah. Okay. At the moment, animals are still pretty useful. Intellectual's kind of useless because I do have stuff left to research, but like this whole section I didn't touch. I never set up a bench for it. I didn't want them to research it. They got books and they started researching it themselves. So like this, they've got that from reading something and I hate it because I don't want them to know that because a lot of my rewards start becoming persona cores out of nowhere. And like they're great for like $4,000 sale and shit, but having one on my map automatically ramps up my raids. At the moment, most of my people don't have armor. Like most of their gear is just clothes. So, and they don't all have weapons. And actually most of them have got weapons, but most of them are like these pillars. So it's not great, but you know, at least everybody's got something, you know. Happily receiving nuzzles. Gives feather to quads. No. And maybe I should move all my turrets close enough to 2 ships to top getting new orbital target thingy. Yeah, the only thing with these is you've got to make sure that when you build one of these motherfuckers that it doesn't extend out. Like these two, they're building this at the moment. How close are you to that? You're like 1 row away. Okay, so she just built that and I got rid of this area before. Did it expand? No. Okay, you gotta just make sure when it expands, it doesn't automatically put the home territory on the thing that you're planning to attack. So, you know, check how far a turret can reach and like plan accordingly and stuff. So, because obviously once they wake up, well, you have a fight on your hands, whether you like it or not, whether or not your turrets are built. So, but yeah, I find that's a pretty good method. I didn't mean to do this. I just thought of it and I'm like, why the fuck not? Like, I usually have like a shit ton of turrets around my whole base and stuff like this. But yeah, I just thought, why the hell not? The only reason why I don't like this out here is because I'm trying to avoid having fights at the back here. This is really, really hard to defend back here. I just don't have a lot of space, so yeah. So we're having a Persona Core, ups the rates. Actually got one for early mid-game. Adds a lot of wealth. Yeah, it adds quite a lot of wealth. If you consider the value of any item, like for instance, here, a statue, right? The statue's beauty is like a 55. I don't know if it's going to tell me if I can sell it for whatever. It sells for $129, right? So if I was to sell this and get it off my map, my colony wealth would go down. And in case you're not sure what that is, if I can fucking remember where it is for myself, I think it's this thing. This shows you your overall wealth. So when it gets really high, you're more likely to get raids. Like, I don't know how well you guys can see. If you're on a phone, you can't see it. But if you're on PC, can you see how many, like, back-to-back ambush, manhunters, manhunter pack, enemy raid, ship stuff, like, all the events that happened here? And same with, like, the first couple of times I started getting, like, colony wealth. It just went skyrocketing and stuff. We also had that at one point here. We had a heap of things as well. So yeah, just be careful of that when you have like a lot of stuff on your map and stuff. You can check, like at the moment we're getting back up high, but I have a lot of statues around too. So we're up to, what is it? Maybe 181. No, that's higher. Hold on, how many zeros is that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's 18. No, one. I think that's like 1 million something wealth. Fucking hell. It's hard to see because it's white against yellow and I'm having fucking trouble seeing that. My eyes are also recovering from being open for like 30 fucking 1 hours drawing yesterday or whatever. So yeah, they're still kind of crap at the moment, you know. Forgot, but then again I plan to get off the planet for this run. Yeah, that's true though. It just depends on how quickly you plan to leave. Like at the moment, I'm probably still at least a year away from leaving because like we stayed at the first place all the way down here, wherever it is here. We stayed here for a year, right? We got acquainted with everybody, we got resources, like I said, we built up. And then we only stayed here for like a couple of months. It was like 2 or 3 months, IRL months, I'm talking by the way, right? And the only reason why I left so soon, because I had planned to stay there for like up to at least half a year, because it was a permanent summer. So I was planning to get so much food that would give me so much colony wealth that I'd be able to trade for anything I wanted. I'd be able to fix up my people and, you know, like all sorts of stuff. We were just going to progress as like a fucking unit, right? But I had to move, I had to abandon everything, which is why when you look at my colony wealth, it goes from this to fucking drops to fucking nothing. Because I culled off my animals when I arrived. My hauling, like my traveling ones, right? I culled off them, all my caravan animals. And that stunted what I could take out of there. And then my colonists unpacked the caravan as we're packing it. So I literally couldn't get like all my stuff out. This is why we just plummeted so low. Like there's literally, I think here must be the day that we finally moved out, which was day 694, I think, if it sits still on it. 91 maybe. But yeah, we went down to like only 500 something thousand wealth instead. So yeah, there's a bit of a dip, you know. But yeah, we're back up around about that. I have a lot of luxuries. I have a lot of like extra luxuries in here. Like these are silver with the view that I want my colonists to destroy them. And I know that sounds really crazy, but I want my colonists to walk over here and destroy one of these versus getting in and destroying a geothermal generator or something like that, or a hospital bed or some shit like that, right? So I purposely made decoys around the base for that, but it also brings up my luxury rating as well. Like this room should be like fucking spectacularly, yeah, it's impressive, very luxurious, extremely spacious, beautiful, clean, all that shit. Like they should be super chuffed about it, basically. Ah, you're fine. It was right next to turrets. Hey, Jerome, welcome in. Home from work. Good morning. Welcome in. I'm it's kind of like running around my colony tonight because like I don't have to do too much. I'm just waiting for everybody all the animals to do their reproducing, and I'm waiting for my plants and stuff to get planted. So it's mostly just a not much night, which is nice. Tomorrow I'm playing some stuff shit, so that's gonna be fun to look forward to. And whatever happens in that stream should stay in stream, by the way. I don't want to see that shit in Discord. I'm hoping my voice gets a little bit better. I can't use any fucking heat packs on it for obvious reasons because of the burns on my neck, right? But at the same time, I'm hoping that like everything kind of like maybe I could have a warm shower and stand in a way that my neck's not under the water and like relax the rest of me, so that then I can stop being sore and my voice can stop being tight. But let's see. Worst case scenario is we're gonna have like this like really fucking weird readout of the game. It'd be great. I look forward to it. But yeah, I'm also waiting to see like how much longer, because she's only got 1.5 left. You know, I forgot. But then I saw that. I only get hive mind raids, some shitfalls, no human raids. You trigger a 3-way fight. So I've heard people get glitched out before where you get the mecha hives and only the mecha hives, or alternatively the flip side where you never get mechs. I wonder when you made your map, hold on a second. I will save this and I'll show you because I can't explain it. Let me go back to main menu. It'll just take us a second. The quick detour. So when you make a new game, like let's just grab whatever, like literally whatever. It depends on if all of this is selected as well. This should all be selected by default, I believe, but I don't know if it's like that for everybody, right? So if I was to hit like the bin option, or if I wanted to add more of a certain type, it would increase the amount of those, or it would remove like you don't get attacked by pirates, or you don't get attacked by mechanoids or whatever. So that could be something worth like checking just in case like it wasn't selected or whatever. Or if it was selected and it's still like you're not getting human raids, there's a couple of things you can try to do. You can try to prompt a raid. Like for instance, if you have allies, you can basically go poke the bear by like go onto the map. I'll show you in a sec. I won't actually go poke the bear, but you know, the metaphorical bear. But yeah, when you go onto the map, right, and you have like this is an enemy and that's an enemy, you can go and you can attack that and try to prompt to get attacked in return if you want. When you go for a caravan and stuff like that, you can also increase the odds based on its visibility. Like this has only got a 34% visibility. My caravans usually have 112% visibility because I'm normally caravanning a massive group of people, animals, and valuables at once. This is only a little group because I just wanted them to get out and take my medicine for this quest. I'm trading like 260 medicine, so I'm thinking Phoebe Chucks is going to send me another flu or something, or whatever, or a big raid, and I won't have the medicine for it. But those would be two good ways to try to initiate it, aside from perhaps buddying up with more factions. Obviously, you can never buddy up with the always hostile, but if you're buddied with the rest of them, or if you're only buddied with like one or two of these factions, which I think these yellow and purple are like kind of automatically neutral, these ones start automatically not. Like, the more enemies you have, the more chances to get attacked. You can also piss off your allies when they come to trade with you. If humans ever arrive on your map to trade, you can just attack them, and that will make them your enemy and stuff like that. So there's stuff like that you can do as well. Well, it'll make them neutral, and then you can attack them again or slaughter their people, harvest their organs, or send them their organs, and really like start a fight if you want. Depending on which DLC you may or may not have, I would probably recommend you can send nuclear waste to some of your allies and piss them off that way too. I think that one's biotech, maybe, you know. I should be getting sleep soon. I tend to sleep between 8 and 10 p.m, wake up at 5. It's my default, all chosen. No, that's alright. Look, if you gotta go to sleep, go get some sleep. I start streaming at 10 p.m. and I don't finish till 2. Then I'm awake editing until like 8 at least. I go to bed until like 8 or 9 a.m. usually, so by all means, go get some sleep if you need to sleep. This is kind of my usual stream time anyway. I've got my calendars and shit up for April. I don't usually do calendars, but April's a fucking mess. So yeah, I'm Australian. I'm Queensland Australian, so yeah. You know, I just happen to be nocturnal, so I'm awake at night, almost always. So except for weekends, I do try to flip the script on weekends and be awake during the day, so I can spend time with my partner and maybe socialize and shit, or like go out and do crap. But yeah, aside from that, I'm awake at night. So yeah, it's an interesting existence. I haven't seen the sun for a while. That's kind of interesting. I'm getting like, I'm really fucking light, but I'm getting really white. I need to like go outside a little bit. There's Viper, mate. Yeah, that's right. Fucking animals and shit. Sorry, I found him again. I was excited about that. So sorry, damn Aprillic got built-in static noise in her voice. Really? It's not that bad, is it? Fucking hell. Welcome in, Shadow. Fancy meeting you here. Well, yeah, Shadow. It's not that bad, is it? Because, like, you already know. Because, like, I was chatting to Shadow on the weekend, and he's like, I don't know. As I said, I did, like, a shit ton of drawing and stuff. By the way, Shadow, it ended up being from Wednesday till I finished Monday. If I include the art stream that I did, it's 61 hours. If I don't include the art stream, I spent 50 hours on my avatar. So, yeah. And everything's sore, and the burns and shit on my neck are like extra irritated from the medical shit that I'm using. So yeah, it turns out it's absolutely fucking wrecking my throat. So yeah. So I see. So see here, so a few hours behind you. Oh, it's a Southeast Australia. Well, I think that's Southeast Australia. Either that or I'm going crazy. I could also be going crazy. It's just a regular Tuesday. It's fine. You sleep now, good night. Hope you get some drawing tips from another day. Yeah, no, it's alright. Like, look, any stream, Southeast Asia, there we go. That's fine, it's just Southeast Australia. Look, you can ask basically almost anything, any stream, or regardless of what I'm doing or playing or whatever, right? So just anytime you happen to be here and have a question and shit, just go for it. I'll obviously like let you know if I need a minute to like think or respond or shit. Depends on like what I'm doing. But by all means, go get some sleep and I'll catch you whenever I see you next, you know? I also need to find out who was having the tantrum last week and wanted a good bedroom, because I have a new statue that I made. I will recognize the name as I slip around this base, so let me just see if I can find him. it's not that bad, but the idea was funny. Look, all I know is if I don't put up the sign that says that I have a sore throat and that I've got a shit voice today and stuff like that, I just know that eventually when the video is on YouTube, somebody somewhere will just be like, oh my god, this bitch and her voice, like, you know, and I just don't need that. I'm just like, you know, I'm not like a standard fucking streamer, you know, I just will like keep going regardless of what's going on, because something's always fucking going on. This is what I was saying like the other day, was like, I think part of the reason why I didn't notice I was getting burnt is because I'm so used to just ignoring pain, right? Like just any random common discomfort, I'm so fucking used to it. Yeah, that, and I was on painkillers, so I didn't actually notice I was being burnt. But still, like, yeah, I don't know. I think like when people see videos on YouTube and stuff, they expect like some level of like amazingness, and it's never gonna be that. It's just whatever. It's always just whatever. Guys, talk about overwork. Look, I'm glad that I didn't stream those days, okay? Is that true? I'm just tired to think right now. No, it's all good. You go get some sleep if you haven't already like headed off. So look, I am glad that I didn't stream on those couple of days. I'm glad that I had them off to begin with, because like the intention was obviously to draw the fucking rave emote and crap, but then after I fixed up and I worked out what was wrong with the stare emote, I had like used like some shit brown color that I hadn't noticed wasn't from my swatches and crap. After I fixed her up, I realized I had my tablet out and I'm like, I should just do some fucking drawing. So yeah, I just locked in and did some drawing. And yeah, I did a lot of drawing. But if I had had stream as well, I feel like, you know, I would have probably pushed on and gone live as well as in between the drawing and the editing and stuff. Like at the moment, I'm actively editing a video in the background while I'm playing RimWorld. It is on 21% at the moment. It's fine. It might be done by the time I'm done streaming. I don't usually edit while I'm streaming and stuff because I want the computer power and stuff, but I figure RimWorld's not that bad, so, you know, worst it does is slow us down a tiny bit or whatever, you know. What's your problem, Pigeon, and why? Malnutrition. Mate, where the fuck are you? I will make you go and eat. I don't care. Let me go find you a cube of rice. There's got to be one down in this paddock. There's always one. Look, you're on the way to your cube of rice. And you need a leg. Okay, maybe. I said, yes, Hada means father in Polish. I remember you telling me that once. The daddy boba. What the fuck? I don't know what that is, and I'm just gonna leave it alone. I feel like if I touch that, it's going somewhere. It's going someplace. Just leave that be. Yeah, somebody else down here wants a good bedroom, and I don't know who it was. It might have been Farrell, actually. Because Farrell had a tantrum, and he's, like, up in here somewhere, I think. Yeah, there's Farrell. You had a tantrum, but... Oh, yeah. It's alright, Tata's also a term for boobs. Like, more like tatas, I think. Man, there's a lot of expressions for boobs. I just go with, like, general, like, boobs kind of thing. You know, B-E-W-B-S, I think. That's good enough. Or just, you know, generic tits, it's fine. Whatever works. But, fucking hell. I also feel like, Shadow, did you, like... I feel like I summoned you by, like, simply just mentioning what I'm doing tomorrow. Am I wrong? Can you let me know if I'm wrong about that? Because, like, Shadow was there for the original sus streams. The 18 plus mature streams and stuff. And I feel like that's one that he's not going to want to miss. So, you're not wrong. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Hey, I've got a trader finally. It has been so long. Oh, man. No, I'm kind of looking forward to tomorrow. I'm just hoping that my fucking voice holds out. It'd be great. Looking forward to tomorrow. Yeah, I bet you are. Look, we can, oh, look, Humps is already here. I was going to say something about being spit roasted, but, it's fine. Anyway, I can just imagine how that's going to be. Let me go find somebody. There's a lot of people that are, like, really confused and stuff, but, I just know that there's a game that I play that had an update that a lot of us were kind of, like, waiting on, and, it was ridiculous the first couple of times I played it, so what game is it? I did mention the abbreviated name for it. I kind of want to, like, leave it to tomorrow so that there's, like, some fun and suspense and shit, you know? But the abbreviation exists, so yeah, it's fun. Mystery. Yeah, it's something. Like, I'm sure some people will probably turn up for it. It'll be like a bit of last time where some people will probably, like, follow because they want to see more of it or whatever, and then, like, as soon as they've finished watching the VOD, they'll leave forever kind of thing. The visual novel with the incest. I don't know, Jelly. It might be. You never fucking know with random game night. The raspy girl voiceover. Yes, please. Just sucks it hurts you. Oh, look, it's fine. I just wish that I could put a fucking heat pack on it. I know that sounds really ridiculous because I burnt myself with a fucking heat pack, but, like, I just wish I could put a fucking heat pack on it because it's my drawing arm, okay? The whole thing was I put a heat pack on and I took painkillers because my drawing arm was sore, right? This is at, like, 20 hours in. It was sore, so I put stuff on it. And I was planning the following day to be putting some of my osteoarthritis cream on it to make it feel better because it was really sore. And I couldn't do that because obviously I didn't notice straight away that I had a serious burn and shit because I went for a shower and it hurt and I'm like, well, you know, my shoulder's just sore. It's just being sore. I see you, Keelan. And then, you know, the next day I took Phoenix to the vet and I came home, and when I went to wash him, he unfortunately tore open all the blisters and skin and shit with his claws because I had him over my shoulder and I didn't know that the area was burnt. So that's how I knew I had something there. And so obviously I went to look at that after I, like, washed up myself and stuff, and I obviously noticed it was bad at that point, and I'm like, huh, that's interesting. I'm like, I got Nick to, like, render some first aid and shit, but it had been, like, I'd slept on it and crap too. I don't know how I slept on it, but yeah, anyway, I was just tired. And then, of course, I just wanted to use some ointment to feel better, and I wanted to use a heat pack to relieve the fucking muscle pain. By the time I actually had a shower Monday night, after the 31 hours of, like, sitting non-stop drawing, I actually had, like, the water was hitting my upper arm, like my bicep area, and my muscle went into full spasms from the sensation. I'm like, well, damn. It also, I finally learnt why the fuck, when I did weightlifting, why some days I was so much, like, lopsided and so much better at some stuff. It finally dawned on me. It only took me, like, fucking 15 odd years to fucking work it out what was going on. But because I did draw back when I did my weightlifting, I would cap my arm, like, it would be weaker and then it would repair itself and get stronger, and then I would be stronger on that side. So sometimes when I did, like, this, I don't know what the fuck to call it, but there was this, like, bar thing that's above your head and you got to pull it down to about, like, your chin and shit, right? And depending on which way you hold your hands on it, you work, like, your, what do you call it, the lateral muscles in the back of your arms, or the biceps in the front of your arms, your chest and your back and everything, right? And so when I do that and I try to pull it down, sometimes I was really strong on the left side and sometimes I was really strong on the right side, and I could never fucking figure out why. Yeah, I worked it out this weekend after, like, seeing the muscle fatigue and stuff. But yeah, the rest of it, everything just fucking hurts.